Hi everyone, it's Katarina for WOW Embossing Powder. Today I have pulled out of my stash the 101 embossing powder. This is so different, so gorgeous. This one has chunky bits of whites and blacks in it, and look at that marbling results that you can get from it. I also will be using the Inferno and the Shockwave from the latest Neon Dayz Collection. I will be using our changers, and it's the sheen and the glisten that I picked out today, and the Earthtone Olive for some foliage for my flowers. So the black and white I will be using on my background and the colourful on the decorations. For the background I have a piece of scrap card in here, and with my brayer I'm using the new Ultimate Embossing Pad. And then I am sprinkling this embossing powder all over. Now I'm using quite a bit from this today, but I don't mind because, as I said, it's been sitting in my stash for so long. I'm just really happy that I put it to good use today. You will see as it melts together how gorgeously these ultra high bits marble together, and it just creates the most unique, really pretty monochrome background. Because both of those colors, the black and the white, have quite large chunky bits in it, I do prefer to heat it from underneath first. And once I see that the powder is grabbing onto that card, I heat it from the top as well to make sure everything is fully set. And in here you'll see in a little close-up just how gorgeous that is. And if you play about with your heat tool, you hold it a little longer, you can actually get movement, which means that you don't only just melt the powder, but you move the color, so it creates that marbly effect. It is absolutely stunning. So this is going to be for my background, but I put it aside for now. And I will start working on my flowers. The Shockwave, which is the pink one from the Neon Dayz Collection, I will be using this on those larger flowers, which is from the Perfect Posy die set by Lisa Horton's Crafts, as well as the foliage, and the smaller dies with the Inferno, those are from the Lazy Daisy die set. So in here I'm adding some changers, and in an empty pot, or a pot that I used for this color before, I am mixing up equal amount of the sheen changer to equal amount of the Shockwave or the pink color. Now this is going to get you this result. So it doesn't only add that lovely pearly sheen, but it also lightens the color. And you can change the intensity of these by adding less or more of the sheen powder into your mix. And here I am sprinkling this over the solid die cut in there, and those are just die cut from plain white cardstock. And for this outline I'm going to use the Shockwave as is, without any changer in it. And you will see how gorgeous of a contrast, but still the same color family this creates. So the changers are absolutely amazing way, not only adding texture, sheen or some glitter to your mix, but also to change up the intensity of the color, creating lots of different shades of the same color. How cool is this? So I am going to glue this together just by adding a little bit of a glue in the middle where the stem would be. That will allow me to lift those petals up just for a little bit of an interest and dimension. And look at that perfectly pink flower with the contrast, and using just exactly the same color of powder. How amazing is this? For my smaller flowers, I'm going to use the Inferno, which is more like an orangey reddy color. And I am going to sprinkle it as it is, just on the smaller die cut. On the slightly larger one, I'm going to create my own mix again. And this time I'm using the equal amount of the color, or Inferno, the equal amount of the sheen again, by also adding exactly the same amount of glisten, which is going to make it lovely and glittery. And again, much lighter than the color, because this time I've added 2 parts of changers to 1 part of color. So this is going to show you how much lighter of an effect you can again get just by using more or less of your changers, and you can mix them up too, as I showed you in here. The third changer that we do have at WOW Embossing is the textures. I'm not demonstrating that one here on this video, but I already have some videos up, and so do the other design team members. Make sure you check those out, because the changers are absolutely fantastic way to stretch your stash, get more out of what you have. You can get a lot of different shades out of the same color. They are truly amazing. I've heat embossed all my foliage with Earthtone Olive, which is again gorgeous marbling color. And then I've decided to cut my background up to 1-inch wide strips, but I have some leftover to which I can use on a different make. I'll not be throwing those away for sure. I've cut the gold mirror strips just 1/8 of an inch wider than the black and white strips. And I am using double-sided adhesive to adhere these two together. And this will just leave me with a very little hint of a gold on the top and along the bottom of those black and white strips. I do think gold gives a little bit of an elegance to black and white, and also the low height is turning out. Once all of these are layered, I have a piece of white card measuring 4.5 by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to start adhering these diagonally, but I decided to raise them up on foam pads. I do like my dimensional cards, but obviously you could just glue these down straight onto that card. You don't have to use the dimensional foam. It is just my personal preference. Once all these strips are stuck, I am going to come in with my long bladed scissors. I'm going to cut away any overhanging excess. And that larger piece there from the bottom part in there, I'm going to stick this along the top in there. So I'm just using it up rather than wasting it. This way I didn't have to cut an extra strip. So that's all lined up now. It's time to cut away all the other overhanging excess in there. And then I am left with this gorgeous panel for my background. How stunning is it? So I'm going to layer this just in a slightly larger, so 4 5/8 by 5 5/8 of an inch gold mirror card. And then I am going to glue this straight onto a 5 by 6 inches top folding card base. I do prefer to create top folding card bases, especially when my panels are so heavy. I do think they just display much nicer. They stand up better. I do like that tenfold kind of a look to them. And then to grind my flowers a little bit, I created a frame from the nested marquees, though I said from Lisa Horton's Crafts. I took 2 of those dies, die cut them from white 3 times, layered them up together, but I also die cut it from gold. I wasn't sure which one I was going to use, white or gold, but in here I decided to layer the gold on top, and then I'm sticking it onto the front. I'm using a heavier acrylic block just to hold it in place for a minute before starting to decorate. And then here I'm just adding my flowers and foliage. I'm coming up with an arrangement. Honestly, I didn't think I will be using all my flowers, but I ended up using them all. So just using my hot glue gun to add everything in an arrangement that I like. And while I'm doing this, I just would like to mention that if you are shopping on the WOW Embossing website, either the US or the UK website, using my code that you can see on my screen now, WOWDT Katarina, will get you 10% off your purchase. And this is an affiliated code at no extra cost to you. Your discount will still remain the same. I will get a little bit of a kickback. Thank you so much for supporting me this way. So you can see that I had some of those extra flowers left just small with the Inferno in there rather than layered on the larger one. And I was just tucking them in here and there just to fill out areas. To finish my flowers, I'm using some of the pink and some of those orangey pearls in the middle of them each. The pink larger ones for the pink flowers and then the smallest orangey ones for the daisy flowers. For my sentiment, I'm using the More Fabulous Fonts by Lisa Horton's Crafts. This is a stamp and die set, and from a previous card I had some of these left over. These are heat embossed with white super fine embossing powder on black card, and I decided to use that one. I thought that was just a lovely way of bringing some of the black and white onto the foreground as well. And I added some double-sided foam adhesive behind it to adhere to my card, and this finishes my gorgeous card for today. I'd love to know what do you think about these powders and about how the card turned out. I'd love to read your thoughts, so make sure you leave them in the comment section below. If you're looking for some more inspiration, you can browse all the other videos on the WOW Embossing YouTube channel as well as the other social media outlets. They will all be linked in the description box below, as well as my own YouTube channel where you can find lots of other inspiration as well. I'd love to have you there. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back very soon with some new inspiration. Have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye!